Hey guys, welcome back into my channel. In today's episode I would like to bring you to the Vitosha Mountain and show you the Dragalevtsi Monastery, and there are some waterfalls which are nearby. I'll try to find them because I just met a man and I asked him for directions to the waterfalls. They are supposed to be somewhere near, but he said that he has been hiking in the area for 10 years and he never heard of those waterfalls. So let's get going. Let's see if I will find the waterfalls, and fingers crossed that I don't get to see any snakes. So what happened was, I met this couple and they said that they are going almost in the same direction as me, and because the path was like, I didn't see any people and I was afraid because there were no directions. So I asked them if I could walk with them, and they said that's okay, but you have to hurry up a little bit because we are in a hurry. So it was run through the forest, and I was really stressed because it looks like a wild forest. But now I started seeing people like walking. I also saw a few bicycles, so it should be all right. I am on the right path to go and see the waterfalls, and from there I will continue to the Dragalevski Monastery. I have just approached the Aleko Waterfalls. They are not as majestic as I imagined, but I guess this depends mainly on the season. And this view over here is probably the best one, overlooking Sofia. You can start this trail from Bistrica or Simeonovo, and the road is straight and pleasant. I came down from the upper slopes of the mountain, but at the end I got to enjoy the even path to the waterfalls and the monastery. The walk through the natural park was more spectacular than the stop at the waterfalls. I made some breaks to immerse in the nature, to inhale fresh forest air, admire the trees, plants, the mushrooms growing along the path, and to explore some magical spots like this one right here. This small wooden bridge was the highlight of my trip. I think this must be the monastery. The Dragalevski Monastery of Holy Mother of Vitosha was built in the 14th century during the Second Bulgarian Kingdom by the Bulgarian Tsar Ivan Alexander. It was abandoned during the Ottoman rule, and after the 15th century it revived again, and it became an important center where Bulgarian books, copies of Bulgarian books were kept and preserved. The monastery is situated in the outskirts of the capital city of Bulgaria, Sofia. It's 3 kilometers away from the Dragalevtsi neighborhood and very close to the lower slopes of the Vitosha Mountain. This is actually a female Orthodox monastery. It's for nuns. The frescoes inside the church date to the 15th century, and there are other old frescoes on the outside. If you look closer, you will notice that the saints don't have eyes because some vandals scraped the paint due to a superstition that this paint would help them heal their health issues. This place is a starting point for many hiking routes. In my case, I started from the top of the Vitosha Mountain and I walked down towards the monastery. I walked for about 5 hours, but I got lost a few times. So after checking on the map, I was surprised to see that I have walked 10 kilometers, which is actually a lot for a walk in the mountain. By the time I have reached the Dragalevtsi Monastery, I was already starving and I was very thirsty. So I remembered that there is an authentic restaurant nearby. It's called Vodenitsata, in English the Mill, and regardless of the bad reviews on TripAdvisor, I really like the atmosphere. And this is the only restaurant in Sofia that has a folklore show with the dancing on coals. Unfortunately, the restaurant was preparing for a wedding reception. That's why I could not be served. We are approaching neighborhood Dragalevtsi. Probably in 10-15 minutes I'll be down near the center of the neighborhood, where I hope that there will be a restaurant. Do you see a view of Sofia? That's how close we are. I'm hungry. This is the Chichovtsi restaurant, or the uncles. So let's see what the uncles are going to serve to me. A pint of beer, a cold soup made of yogurt and cucumber, and a large steak with salad. This is the best treat after a long hike. So let's refuel and see you next time.